So the injury bug continues to bite Team India and bite Team India very hard because breaking news update, we are going to be without KL Rahul for the third India versus England test. Now, it is worth noting that when the squad for the remaining test, that is the third, fourth and fifth test of the India-England series was announced, it did come with a disclaimer. The BCCI said that the availability of KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja would be down to their fitness as to whether or not they're ruled fully fit. And now it is being reported by credible media sources that, well, KL Rahul has been ruled not fully fit as of yet. He had been on social media posting a lot of, post stories and whatnot, which did seem to indicate that he's getting better. But it seems like the BCCI's medical team has taken the call that no, he's not fully quite there yet, so you don't want to risk him for the third test. He has now been ruled out of the third test, and we'll get to his replacement in just a bit. But Shashwat, let's quickly go over this and look at it this way. How big a blow is this, considering you already knew you were going to be without a Kohli and you already had a bit of an inexperienced middle order with, of course, a Rajat Patidar there. Now you could potentially see another debutant.
Exactly, and you would definitely seeing another debutant, would it be Sarfaraz or the person who is replacing him, who is Devdutt Padikkal. But the more serious concern over here is going to be for the Indian batting lineup. We have seen till now it was Shubman Gill who stepped up for the Indian side in the second innings, and Yashasvi Jaiswal who stepped up in the first innings. But other than that, nobody has really fired. We have also seen Shreyas Iyer not being part of the side, so definitely quite an inexperienced batting lineup to go ahead, moving ahead in the series. KL Rahul has been in form since the South Africa tour. Since the time he has made a comeback in the test side, he has definitely left his impact and he has shown that he's a player you can definitely bank on. But now him not being there, the English side would definitely be fancying their chances going into the next test match.
I mean, see, you were already on tenterhooks about Kohli, will he, won't he? You weren't sure then when the test squad hit. You learned that he had taken off the entire tour and that he wouldn't be there due to personal reasons. Fair. Then you also learned that Shreyas Iyer has been dropped. Not a case of medical issues or not a case of him being unfit. He has been dropped. So there's no Kohli, no Iyer. Two players who were your sure shot 4 and 5 in Test cricket only about a year back. Now you've brought in a Rajat Patidar. You were expecting KL to come and add a bit of layer, experienced layer, let's say, in that. But now potentially you could be seeing a Sarfaraz Khan make his debut. Of course, a big day, a big moment potentially beckoning for him. He's grafted hard in domestic cricket. He has got the runs to back up his, selection. It's been a more than long overdue selection, many would argue. Now, of course, Devdutt Padikkal is the person who's replaced Rahul in the squad. Seems unlikely he'll get a nod. But again, you've been following the Ranji Trophy pretty well. And of course, in domestic cricket also in general, even if you go by white ball form, it's safe to say Devdutt Padikkal right now having a pretty good time.
Devdutt Padikkal even got his India A call-up during the England Lions series, got a century there, got a 60 odd there also. So him also is giving the attacking brand of cricket that the Indian selectors have been looking for. So Devdutt Padikkal definitely deserved his chance this time around, because again scored a century in the ongoing match also. So definitely a pleasant surprise for Devdutt Padikkal. Also the second part, a lot of questions were about his consistency when he actually broke out into the scene. But this season he has showed that he is consistent. Also he talked about the fact that how he actually was not well and then came back, and then how important was it for him to consistently score runs. Also, Ajit Agarkar was present in the game between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka in Chepauk, where he was really impressed by the 141 knock that Devdutt Padikkal played, and he definitely utilized the full opportunity of the Indian selector being there, and then earned his maiden test call-up as well.
It's interesting because suddenly we were talking about, there being a lack of depth, this, that, but now in this very tour, you've seen a Patidar get called up, a Sarfaraz called up, and now, of course, a Devdutt Padikkal called up. Quick question though, if you had to pick Sarfaraz or Padikkal to step in, who are you picking?
I would personally go with someone like a Sarfaraz, purely because of the reason that he was called into the team before someone like a Padikkal, and also because he has had a really good time in the domestic season. And now that you are back in domestic cricket and you want players to actually go back into domestic cricket, then this is a really good precedent to set that if you do well in the domestic circuit, you will definitely get your chances. But I wouldn't be surprised if the team go with someone like a Devdutt Padikkal, and the reason for that is that his batting position, that he bats at number 3-4 for his Ranji Trophy side also, and then replacing KL Rahul. Also, why I feel that the team could go with Devdutt Padikkal is that he gives you that attacking brand of cricket.
Also, if you are looking at another pro left-hander,
Exactly.
you don't have left-handers, even though you'll be bringing back a Jadeja. That's pretty much the extent of it. Him and Yashasvi, your middle order could use another left-hander, but again, you said you'd not be surprised if the team management went with Padikkal. I'd be very surprised. Just going by the precedent they said last time around, there was a chance for them to give either Patidar or Sarfaraz Khan the debut. Why did Patidar get his debut? Because he was with the side before.
Exactly.
I do think they're going to follow that. You will potentially see a Sarfaraz step into the playing 11. That would be where it is. But man alive, it is a massive blow for
Exactly.
India. And you didn't think you'd be saying this about not having a KL Rahul in the test team, but that 100 which he of course hit in Centurion and the form which he showed even in the first test, you would say he was probably one of your better batters. So you do need that experience, especially at a time when you have no Kohli. And now you've rubbed Shreyas Iyer.
And you also have a Rohit Sharma who was looking for somebody who would just come down and give that stability to the team so that he could play more freely. Now that suddenly you would not be able to see, because again Virat Kohli isn't there in the side. Now KL Rahul isn't there. It's going to be interesting to see how actually Rohit Sharma processes this whole thing.
And not just Rohit Sharma, how is it that the Indian team deals with having two very new batters in the lower middle order? That's something that's definitely going to be very interesting. But of course, we'll discuss all of this in some detail. Join us again very shortly for our live dugout. Thank you for joining us on this breaking news update. Stay tuned, and if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, tap the bell, all of that stuff. Follow us on social media and join us back. We'll be with you once again in a couple of minutes with the live dugout. Bye bye from Shashwat and me.